Alrighty then, good afternoon everybody, Silver Dragon here, coming at you finally, once again, with some more Castle Story at long last. It's been a while, and we are finally diving back into it, and why, you might ask? Well, they have finally released the next big version of the game that I was waiting for quite a while. We are now in version 0.5 of their alpha, and it is a huge one. Now, because of that, and as per usual, I do expect bugs, I do expect issues, so everything as you see can potentially be changed and might be changed. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, so there have been a lot of really big features, and I will link the actual blog post to the description of this video. Suffice to say, there have been some changes to the actual wood system. Before, as you kind of saw in the last series that I did, making a bridge out of wood was a real pain in the ass. You had to, like, place it one block at a time, and it was really inefficient and just terrible. They have changed it a little bit. They've introduced braces, which can help to extend the length of those, and a whole bunch of other little improvements for the wood. There's manual conversion of resources in the stockpile. Multiplayer-wise, there has been a couple of changes. They've been trying to... It's still mostly just sandbox creation with your friends. And unfortunately, right now, you still can't save it, which is sad. So, multiplayer is still quite bare bones, so there's not too much crazy with that going on. But still, they're getting the basic framework up there so that you can, dive in and actually play with your buddy. Although it is really incredibly suck that you can't actually save it at the moment. Let me verify that. Let me look down here. Let's see here. I know it's in here somewhere. It is not yet possible to save a multiplayer game. Yeah, I thought so. Desyncs still happen every once in a while. Another huge thing that they added in. X-ray vision, so we can now actually move down between the various slices of a building so that we can see inside of it, which is a huge improvement, because we never really built like roofs or any other well, I actually did partially in mine, but even when I did, it was really hard to see inside. You couldn't really if your minions kind of got lost in there, you would never be able to find them necessarily, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, so we now have the X-ray vision, which allows us to transition down between the various slices of terrain, which is fan-freaking-tastic. The repair task, finally, the repair task has been added. So we will be able to assign our Brictrons in survival mode, which is where it's mostly needed, to repair an area. And they will be designated only to repairing that section or whatever they happen to be assigned to. That way we don't have to worry nearly as much about having to constantly, delegate and rebuild everything ourselves. So we can finally set a certain group of Brictrons to doing just that, and they will do it. Another really interesting thing is there has been a couple of new brick variations added in, such as the round bricks. And of course, the braces, as I had mentioned before, which I'm going to be enjoying testing, because I can imagine I can do so many nice things with the braces now as well. I hope to make stone braces as well, not just the wood ones, because I can imagine that being much better than the kind of technique I've been using. But anyway, another interesting thing is merge back. So previously, when you destroyed a large section of terrain, or if there was a lot of rubble around, it would just stay there, and it would, clog up your CPU, and it basically would take quite a while, or it had a lot of load to your computer, basically, and lag the crap out of it. So, luckily, after a couple of, about 30-40 seconds now, it will actually kind of fill back up a bit. Another interesting thing is landscaping. So we can now order our Brictrons to basically designate an area, and they will dig up certain amount of, they will dig up soil and they'll place it somewhere else, allowing us to terraform a little bit better using just the typical dirt. And I should say designations themselves have been greatly improved, such as designating a mine in sandbox mode. They've been added, they finally re-added back some more interesting handles for it. So you just kind of place it down, stretch it around, and you're good to go. It's a much, much better system than it was previously. Couple new animations, great UI improvements. Bear traps were added in, which is fantastic, so that kind of seems to stop them temporarily. It doesn't necessarily kill them, but it will at least stop them in their tracks. So that is finally our first iteration of traps is in the game, which is fantastic. Now, they have upgraded to Unity 5, improvements made to the combat system, improved the aim of archers, especially against big Croptrons, fan-freaking-tastic. That were a real pain in the ass for a long time. I would have to spam them out a lot, or they would not kill the Croptrons. So we're going to kind of take a look now in, let me go ahead and go new game. This has actually changed up a bit as well. So we have our 4 current maps that we can really play around with. The first 2 are only sandbox, the other 2 are both sandbox and survival mode. I really do hope we get a new variety of maps soon. Like, even if they added like 6 new maps, or hell, like 3 new maps that are both sandbox and survival, I would, you know, enjoy it. I know that there was a way to take user-made ones and put them in, but it's been a while, and I haven't actually, I don't think I ever bothered to try that for some reason. So yeah, that's my bad. So let's just go ahead and hop on Big Island here in sandbox mode. So if you click that, if you click on game mode, it'll open up this little window here, and you can select sandbox or whatever other game mode there might happen to be. But as I said, there's only the one. If we go into this, then we can switch it to survival, which is what we did before. Now, there doesn't seem to be a medium or a hard mode or an easy mode like there was before, at the moment here at least, that I can see. So let's cancel this for a moment. Let's go right to the Big Island. I can kind of show off the things I was talking about. To the Big Island! Now, this will take a while to load. So I'm going to show off a bit of this, then I'm probably going to do more of the actual survival stuff once again, which will be fun. Now loading, please wait. 0%. 0.1%. No, not quite. Looks like it's actually not responding right now. Oh, there we go. Now it's loading much, much faster. Fantastic. Welcome to Sandbox mode. There is no time limit, and you can no Croptrons, so you can just build whatever the hell you want. So this is the new, well, part of the new UI at least. So we have the landscaping task right here, flatten out an area, which is nice because there were times where we just, yeah, we wanted to kind of flatten out an area a little bit better for building a castle, and now we can do that without having to just mine it. Repair task, the lumbering, cleaning task, all the usual stuff. Let me actually check this here because it might be a little low now. Yeah, that's a bit low. Let me turn that up. I've been kind of trying to tweak the damn audio settings, but it just hasn't been leveling out very well. This is one of the games that really just kind of annoyed me because of that. Not necessarily a problem with the game, but it's a problem with my bloody computer being a pain in the ass. So let's see where the hell we are on this gigantic freaking island. Oh! So as you can see, this island is bloody huge. I really, really want to build a giant freaking castle up here. And I may actually do that this time. I think I might stream this at some point, and we'll see if we can, especially now that we can actually create the bridge properly that I was hoping to, or wanting to build, like a long time ago. I think I can finally turn this into like the super castle of my dreams. Although it would take a long ass time to do so, and I'm not sure if I want to, well, I'm not sure if I have the time to invest in that necessarily. Let's go ahead and take all these guys. Oh, nice. This is a nice little UI change here. Shows which ones we have selected. Let's see how they handle long-distance travel, shall we? I remember last time they really liked to... Oh, geez. Really? All the crystals are gone. Well, that's a damn shame. There used to be crystals, like, all over this place. But now there's only the ones down here, so we're kind of... Huh. I think I may actually poke them about that and request that those... Either this crystal be movable, or that they put those back. I mean, it could be a bug as well. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the new stuff, shall we? Let's do a quarry task here. go ahead and just plop this down. I can kind of show you what I meant about the handles. So you can see right here we have these lovely little handles. We can kind of just pull at them, stretch it however we want, go down. We can change where this is at. Let's kind of drag it down. Stretcher. Alright. And I guess that means it's 50 levels. Edit mode. Alright, we are good to go. So let's go ahead and assign a couple of you guys. Oh wow, they're really loud. Although let me tweak my options here again. Voices, sound effects. User interface, we'll keep about there. And the environment, yeah, that's about right. Alright, so 2 of you guys go do that. Even though you're still going to be freaking loud, looks like. Alright, right click. Let's get some lumbering done here. Let's see if I can. Where's this? Cannot use box selection edit mode. But I can't seem to drag this one. So the lumbering task does not appear to have a real point on it where I can drag it around. Let me cancel that. If it'll let me. No, it's being a bit of a pain here. There we go. Set radius. There we go. Now I can increase the radius using that. But there should be a dragger on that as well. I mean, if there's a dragging point on the on this, then there should be a dragging point on that as well. All right, exit. I'll send 2 of you to do that. And they seem to react a lot faster now as well, which is really nice. Alright, let's go ahead and get some construction done if we can here. We can take a look at this part of the new UI. So we have Wood Hub, where we have our planks, our beam, our new brace, which I will kind of show off here in a moment. Our Bricks Hub with all the various bricks. Here's some of the new curved bricks. Of course, the half brick round. So we definitely have access to a lot more bricks. Item Hub, with a bear trap in here. Trap for bears and corruptrons, I guess. But we want stockpiles, which is in the bottom left here. So let's shift. And then just drag us off some stockpiles. Alright, exit. If you don't mind, old bean, I would appreciate it. If you guys would go ahead and construct that for me. That took a moment. That's interesting. There was definitely a delay there. Let's see here. I'm trying to select the stockpile right now. It's not really working. There we go. Now I can disable the wood. Alright. Now, if I hold this again, on the top left we have auto convert. Now I can actually turn that off so that they will just keep the wood or such there as is. But we do want them to kind of convert it here. So let's go ahead and experiment a little bit with our new wood engine, well, not wood engine, but what the hell's the word I'm looking for? Blark. Mechanics. Wood mechanics. Alright, let's go into build here again. I want... Oh, actually we had stockpile up here. I was just blind. So here's a couple of the basics, pretty much. Bricks Hub. Let's get some stairs. And then I'll go like this one over here. Quickly select this guy. That should be more than sufficient. Place that down. Oh, damn. That's the new... You can now stretch... Oh, geez. Cancel that. Control. Click. Cancel that. Alright, go with the stairs. Right click to kind of circle that around. Perfect. Now I need at least a single brick here. Alright, you're good to go. Let me close that. Let me actually check something as well if I can here. Options. General. No, you're not what I'm... Oh, here we go. Key bindings. I'm looking for... Zoom in, zoom out, mouse rotate. Auto guard. Or auto ground, I should say. Cough. So Alt will ground your actual cursor here. No matching resources. They're working on it. They're working on it. I mean, come on. They're already slaving away for us. Jeez. Taskmasters, I swear. But no. I was trying to look for the... what the hell? The key bindings for moving between the terrain levels, essentially. So, the slicing the terrain, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. I'll have to look it up here in a bit. Let me turn that down a bit more. Freaking audio settings for this thing, I swear. It's just a constant battle to try and get my levels right. Alright, now they have sort of got this. Like, why aren't you... Like, he has the brick. So there is definitely still some slight AI issues. Ha. Awkward. Let's go into our wood hub. So, brace. Go ahead and kind of turn the brace around here if we can. Oh, it doesn't want me to place it on here. I might have to place it on something else. Can I go back to the wood hub, please? Thank you. I think I might actually have to place it on one of these. Huh. Does not want to go the way I want it to. Well, let's try like this then. We'll try like this. No, it does not. Pretty much. Oh, I see. So they completely changed that then. So these... Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, they completely changed around. It used to be you would take the trees, they would be 2 blocks long, you would place them, and you would kind of have to, you know, in order to build a bridge, you would place a couple of them kind of straight across. But it does not work like that anymore. We now have these beams which are placed. So I can place 2 of them right there. If I grab the actual brace now and put that underneath. And I should be able to drag that even further. So I was able to designate that 4, which is still not nearly as long as they kind of show in their personal video of it. So I'm wondering how far it can go. Maybe if I have something to interact with on the other side as a brace, it might work. Let's test that right here, actually. If I can. Go ahead and stretch that right there. Yeah, this guy just cannot decide what the hell he's doing with that. So you can see right here, they're auto-converting the wood into planks. Which is not too bad, but it is mildly annoying. I didn't want them to do that right now. I could have tweaked them and told them not to, but oh well. It is what it is. Alright, now let's see about stretching this from one to the other. So yeah, there's still a gap in between. Even doing that, there's still that gap. So it looks like, yeah, they will take the logs, they will convert them into planks, and the planks are now used to build this. So we get more We get more bang for each tree, pretty much. That's not too bad. That's definitely an interesting way to do the system. Let me get some more stockpiles here for him then, so he has something to do. Poor guy. There you go. Now you have something you can do, homie. Whether or not you actually choose to do it, though, that is something completely different. Huh. Interesting. So yeah, they use the logs for this bit. Which almost does seem a little bit inconvenient, because they're using, from what I can see, 1 log per slice now, rather than 1 log for 2 slices. Damn. Such a waste of resources. John, are you even in the construction squad anymore? You are not even in the construction squad anymore. That's your problem. Well, one of your many problems. So he's trying to figure out where the hell he's going. No use for that. I mean, you have a... Yeah, you're right, actually. You have no use for that. In that case, let's go ahead and just drop it. The others are doing fine. Yes. So far, the other minions are doing just fine. If you want, you can go construct stuff now, you know, if you feel like it. So I kind of wonder if they actually walk along these beams or not. So far, they haven't really attempted to do so, so it'll be interesting to really test this out here. Where is this thing? There we go. Ha. No, that is balanced. That is balanced. I was wondering about that. I was like, huh. Is this balanced the way I'm trying to get it to be balanced? Now, angling this is a little bit of a pain, I have to say. And I kind of want to stretch this way, but it's not letting me. Oh, not too bad. That at least seemed to work. So even though we can't seem to stretch the beam all the way across, we were able to get this bit. Let me actually delete sections of that, because I want to see if I can extend the beam. Or would I have to build another support? That is the question. So the plank can, or the beam can only go 2 blocks without a support, which is pretty damn short. I'll have to double check the video they're actually showing off, because it seemed like they had at least a 10-15 block gap covered by the actual, whatever the hell, pillars here. Or beams, yeah. So I'm kind of wondering, how the heck did they manage that then, if it does not seem to allow it? I wish this game would run in the background and not just freeze every time I pop out here. No, it's running in the background, just the audio pauses. Let me see if I can... Yeah, literally. Stretched an entire... Quite the distance, actually. Using just the beams. We're able to go right across. So, I don't know if they added a limitation... Did that just an example and added a limitation to it? Yeah, braces have been introduced to allow suspending beams up to 2 units longer than usually. But if 2 units is all they can really do, then yeah, that's still a bit of a pain in the ass. So every log is good for 3 planks, but the planks can't be used for this bit, which is annoying. I kind of wonder how they would build this if they didn't have access to the bit underneath. Oh, what the hell are you doing? I have no idea. He's carrying 2 of them right now, which makes me wonder if he's going to be able to build 2 or not. Nothing to do. Might be true, actually. Let's take a look. Nope, I cannot place another one of these. Alright, let's try doing this then. Interesting. That seems to work. But then I can't place any right here. And that's weird to me. I mean, yes, this is right on the straight line, but still, is that not off to the side as well? So they may need a bit of a better explanation about this, or we'll just have to experiment with it for a while and figure out exactly what the hell's going on with it. Because it's odd that I cannot place this here at all. Oh, what the hell? He just fell into the... And he's probably dead, isn't he? I think I saw him fall. Yeah, he got pushed under the train. And booted. We should be down one Bricktron now. If I go to this. Yep, 2, 4. Yep, nope, we lost one. Ha! Even in survival, or even in sandbox mode, I can still manage to get one of them killed. That's hilarious. Yeah, I am not sure. Huh. Weird. It could be just a bug. I have no idea, because they just, you know, it's a new system, so it's really like, okay, how the hell does this work exactly, kind of thing. Just climb up here for now. Awkward. Awkward. So I'm not 100% sure how the hell that works. Because, I mean, I have that plank right there, so you'd think I'd be able to build out this way. It should allow me to, like, even with this, it allows me to build this way. But nowhere beyond that. Let's try that even. Nope. So there definitely needs to be a bit more explanation about exactly how some of these things work. Or how some of these systems work. Otherwise, we're all just going to get confused as all hell. Where the hell are you going? You need 2 to build 1 platform? No, he's going to go fill up and he's going to just place 1, I bet. Yeah, he had 1 on his back, but he had to go fill up before he would actually use what he actually already had. Yeah, there's definitely some things that still need to be worked out, but I have to say, just from the fact that they released so much on this build, it's actually not too bad. Like I mean, I did manage to kill one of my Bricktrons already, using what would essentially be almost a glitch or a bug, in that he was. This was built and he got sent down through the floor. Like, you'd think he'd be able to crawl out of there. They need to be able to make the Bricktron so if they do get crushed like that, they kind of can crawl along on the ground or something. Maybe if they eventually add more of a health bar to the each of the Bricktrons so they can, you know, take more than 1 hit, then maybe they will, you know, say if we have enemy archers at some point, or if they just happen to throw rocks at us, we could potentially have injured Bricktrons that are then forced to crawl to the crystal to heal up or something like that. That would be an interesting system, I'd have to say. But yeah, definitely when it comes to the logs, or to the new wood feature stuff, I'm just not even sure. Yeah, let's see here. Cost 1 log per every piece, making building with wood costly and tedious process. Introduce a new resource to address this problem. Planks. Converted from a stockpile full of wood. Every log will give you 3 planks. Based on draggable wood pieces of arbitrary length. Results in a system with the flexibility we had once envisioned. You may notice these changes. Vertical columns and horizontal planks remain identical visually. Can now be dragged in increments of 1 unit. Horizontal beams now cost the same as plank to allow making longer bridges and platforms for a lesser cost, but it doesn't seem to, like, I'm not sure. I'm really not even sure, because the way that it looks like when I'm watching them actually build it on the blog post, it should be a simple matter of setting up a post on one side, a post on the other side, putting the braces on, and then stretching the beam to either side. It doesn't seem like there would almost be a length limit. But there is. So I don't know if there are ways to alter that or what. But anyway, let's go ahead and give the old survival mode a try here once again and see if I can get completely and utterly obliterated or not. We'll see how this goes. But yes, definitely having the repair ability is going to be really, really, really useful again. Well, not again, but finally. Like, that's one job that I've been waiting so long for them to finally be able to do. It was like, I think, several months ago, at least 6 months ago, that they had mentioned that they were going to add that in at some point. And it took about that long. Digging in the ground's been disabled. You'll need to set your workers to the mines. Yes, you can create new Bricktrons in your home crystal by gathering blue crystals. Yes. Alright. Ooh, it actually starts us off with a better variety, too. Actually, no. Let me quickly... Huh. What the hell? I can't create a task like that anymore. Alright, lumbering task. Set radius. Nice. Can I... Oh, crap. I have to get out of there before I can actually tell them to do something. Alright. Now, stockpiles. Let's try not to screw these up like I did before. Alright. Cancel out of that, please. Both of you get to building that if you don't mind. Appreciate it. So we already chucked some into the crystal here, which is fantastic. So we have enough to produce. I'm probably going to spawn another worker. I would usually like to spawn another archer, but yeah. So now we have 2 knights this time. So we start off with 2 knights and 1 archer. That is going to give us a lot more to work with. So immediately start disabling wood, because I don't really want to build too much with wood at the moment. Alright. Anjo! No, anyway. I will allow blue crystals in that one, and orange crystals in this one. Oh, yes. You guys are already... One of you go mine or go chop down that then. Let me check this quickly. Okay, good. That is about what I was hoping for. Exit out, please. Thank you. So we have one of these. Hold down right mouse button here. Iron. Interesting. Iron is a new resource. I'm going to cancel that, though. Alright. So blue crystals in one, orange crystals in the other. That's the only thing that gets chucked in. If you don't mind. I will allow logs to be stored on that one. Because I do need some. Actually, you know what? We'll allow it here as well. That way we at least have 2 areas where they'll be stacking them up. Although I will turn off auto-convert on this one. I think before we had actually 15 minutes, wasn't it? 15 minutes to build up? And now they only gave us 8 or 9, I think it was. So they reduced I believe they reduced the time we can actually initially set up, because otherwise I would have quite a bit of time to set up a nice, decent wall around this, but, you know, I'll do what I can. I will do what I can with what I've got. Alright. We're going to slowly build this up here, enough so that it's at least too high and blocks this off. So I don't have to worry about them breaking in over here. At least not as much. I kind of wish that we could alter this a little bit, though. Choose how we want to set this up. I'll go like this. There we go. Alright. We are ready to go. I'll have to adjust all this. Nice, you're taking them straight to the freaking crystal for once. Thank you. And now they're actually getting it a little bit more often than they did before, so I can already spawn in another guy. Which, of course, do I want another worker or an archer? You know what, we're gonna go worker, just because I can produce quite a few archers now if I'm so inclined. Now, again, the new bridge or the new wood blarg. The new wood system would be much, much better in creating a platform over to this island. But again, the downside being I'm not 100% sure, you know, how the hell it works. Maybe it's a matter of you have to build a base behind it to hold on to it. Like basically, the structure that they kind of show is like it has a stone structure underneath it. It has, I don't know, about an 8x4 kind of wood support structure behind the actual bridge. Maybe that somehow supports the whole thing and allows you to go even longer. I'm just not sure. But yeah, gonna have to figure out something, that's for damn sure. How are we doing here? I must say, so far, there's not a hell of a lot of lag. We're still 30 FPS for the most part here. Fairly solid if I zoom around. Of course, we'll see how things turn out when we actually engage in battle. But yeah. That's always the way it is, though, isn't it? Alright. No, please. Control, thank you. There we go. It's always a bit mismatched like that. We turn around here a bit. Thank you. No, please, just place one of the... You know what? It's kind of funny, because the new system is set up in such a way that it encourages you to kind of drag. But what if I don't want to, you know? What if I want to place an individual block instead? And it kind of fights me a bit when I'm doing that, or trying to do that. Because it's wanting to force me to use the new kind of system, as it were, for it when I just want to do my own thing. At least that's what I'm kind of noticing. Like right here, I don't mind. Now I can just kind of drag it. Because I'm done doing what I was trying to do, which was establish a decent base first. Alright. Structure hub. Get a door in here. Fantastic, that's up. And actually, let me take a look here now. I wonder if they got rid of that task. They did. So the wood, there used to be a separate task in building for wooden structures, wooden base structures. I'm kind of happy that they got rid of that in favor of just plain construction. Because it was a bit of a pain in the ass, honestly, to have a different setup for that. Like, if it's construction, it should only be, you know, construction. I shouldn't have to micromanage it a bit. Like, oh wait, now I gotta create a guy that can use the carpentry. Or that's using carpentry, or else we're, you know, boned. or something along the lines. We got another minute and a half left for them to hopefully establish the second tier on this. So because I do need to rush that, I'm going to have this guy assist. We haven't been getting any blue crystals, so we'll just kind of have to do the best we can with what we got. Hopefully I can get some more, though, because I do want to get one more archer at least. Speaking of which, though, let's get this guy up top here. There we go. So we now have my archer in a decent position. Why did you pass off that? Okay, so there definitely needs to be some further, as always, pretty much the one thing I always say when it comes to a release of this game is there still needs to be additional enhancement with the AI. That's like the universal thing that I'm constantly saying. Like right now that guy's kind of pausing there. You know, he's trying to think, wait, what the hell am I doing? Like, is passing off the brick to this guy really the most efficient thing to do? You should only pass off a brick to somebody if they're on a higher layer than you, or if they're in your way and they're doing the same job, and then you take their, you know, the task, or you pass them your task basically at that point. That way it creates probably the least amount of issues, I would say, for them potentially pausing and then not getting done what you need them to get done. Where's the enemy at? So we got two of them. They're coming from over the right here. Alright, go mine. All of you go mine for a moment. Here's the knight. Oh, damn. Very nice, archer. That was fairly accurate. What, you guys couldn't build that? Really? You silly guys. Also, this was not built the way I had intended it to be built, but it is what it is. Alright. So, let's begin to establish the typical kind of wall I like to put here. And also, well, I don't think we can use landscaping mode in this either, can we? No, we can't. I did not think so, no. It would be a little easy if we could. It would be nice, though, if we could use landscaping mode with limitations. Remove that guy right there. Ooh, no, no. Thank you. Alright, I guess I'll have to place this guy on both ends of this thing in order to fix it. Alright. It's going to look a little awkward, but it'll function the way I intended to. Which is sort of the best thing I could do right now. Alright. Structure hub. Structure hub, please. Thank you. Let me zoom in a bit more so I can kind of properly see this. That's better. Oh yeah, that's a lot better looking. Now, he can't really get down from here at all right now. Once you're done that, I will assign one of you to begin building. Now, what do we have here? We actually have some of this new iron, which is interesting. Let me take a look at some of our constructions here. So the bear trap is for the iron, I'm assuming. I wonder if the lantern actually uses iron. It's not really telling me the resource cost, though, which is a bit of a pain, to be honest. Alright, let's clear this off here. Clear my task hand. Time it. you don't mind. Like, he's going back to mine right now with what is essentially a full pack of something. Alright, go ahead and get constructing. Thank you. So, there's definitely still some significant issues that need to be dealt with over time here. Like, what am I actually seeing? Like, I can't see the charge level of this anymore, it seems. I can recall the workers, but it's not telling me if it's 20% charged or anything like that. Oh, and I can trigger the next wave now as I desire it. That's pretty nice. I do have to say that's nice. Although most of the time, you're probably not going to want to trigger the wave ahead of time. It would be interesting if we could do so, if there was an advantage to doing it, though. If we had a reason to. Like, I didn't have no reason to, I just kind of screwed up. Alright, we can spawn another archer quickly. Uh-oh. Here they come. Now they're kind of fiddling around with this guy now. Oh, that's a nice little new animation they have there. Although they're now blending together. And that one just kind of spinned off into space. That was hilarious. Oh, man, that was hilarious. Now this will be interesting. One of the things I was wondering about with the new debris system was, what about the Bricktron, or the Corruptron debris? Does that also kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Create terrain, basically. Does it pile up and create, like, dirt? Because that could potentially, you know, get around my slowing wall system, which I've used for, like, forever. But no, it seems like it still sticks around, so I hit delete again, as per usual, to get rid of that. That cleaned it up. Perfect. Alright. So let's try not to click this again. Alright, how about down here? So here, another way I could select all those tasks. They kind of crammed it down here now, which is nice. I really want you guys to build up this wall properly, though. Alright, so they're not going to use this the way I had wanted them to, so let's just go ahead and do this. Damn. Alright. We might need a crap ton more stockpiles. But yeah, the biggest issue with this game has always been the way they handle commands when it comes to the Bricktron's order system. Like, it always seems kind of screwy in one way or another. Now, of course, the reason why I'm doing this right now isn't necessarily... There we go, that'll do for the moment. Isn't to complete a wall around this, it's just to get a stairway going so these guys can actually get the hell out of there if they need to. Alright. Whoops. Let's cancel that one. Because eventually that's going to be a little bit different. For now, that'll still allow these guys access the way I want them to get access. Another issue that I've always noticed is priority. Bricktrons will always seem to prioritize the last thing, or the newest thing that you commanded them to do. So if I tell them to build a whole new brand, like, just tiny-ass wall here, they will prioritize that over finishing what would essentially could be the more important section of wall here. So that was also another issue that the game has had for quite a while that still hasn't really been that resolved, honestly. Let me get another one of these guys here. Put you in construction if you don't mind, thank you. So we got a lot of construction needs to be done. So really, it's just the major things they need to work are the most blarg. Considering this is probably one of the biggest feature drops that they've done since the initial release on Steam Early Access, and even since the prototype, because the Early Access build really differed very little from the prototype itself that we were given. Like, a few things were changed and added, but yeah, they've had to spend so much time, like, reprogramming large sections of the game, it seems like, that it's just taken... It's taken this long, I guess I should say, for them to finally get back in and add some interesting new content. Now, let me see if I can actually get rid of this here. Oops. There we go. So I'm kind of leveling this out a bit. Nice. Perfect. Although it's, well, not perfect for here, but still. As well as I can. That'll block that off, so we don't have to worry about the enemies getting to us. I still have to completely redo the whole thing, though. It has to be a big wall right here, and so on and so forth, so there's much work yet to be done. Much work yet to be done. Alright, we got a minute left, pretty much. Now, archers apparently have been slightly improved for their aiming when it comes to, like, hitting big Corruptrons. Now, yeah, that's definitely a big issue I'm noticing right now. I think I'm gonna poke the dev about that, because that is a pretty large issue, with Bricktrons handing off a brick to a guy that's going back, and he will still continue back to the stockpile, only to realize, oh wait, I have a brick in my freaking hands, I should probably go find something to do with this. So that is a pretty large AI issue. I would say. Damn it, I'm trying to get to the building task here. We select this. There we go. Alright. How many we got? We've got 6 on the way. Not really sure where they're at, but we'll know soon. Oh, there they are. Also, let me adjust my freaking... Oh god, there's a lot of them. Where's my other knight? There he is. Go! Let's get you out of there. Get out of there, man! Get out of there! Get out of there, buddy! So they still die. The small ones still die from a single arrow from the archers. But it seems like these guys might have gotten a bit more health, which is nice. Let me hit delete again as per usual. Get rid of that. Let's see if I can spawn a new worker yet. Nope. Still can't spawn a new worker. So that is a pretty annoying issue there, I have to say. So, but honestly speaking, once they deal with that AI derpage is all I can really think of. Like, oh. Also, that Bricktron just went inside that Bricktron. Yeah, that's an issue. Alright, let's go ahead and finish this wall. least finish that section of this wall. Alright. Now, how the hell else do I want to design this right now? That is the question. Let's kind of stretch this around. Actually, no, that's fine. That's fine. We'll do it like that. Yeah, no, that's good. Alright. How thick am I going to make these walls? That is a very good question as well. Why is that not... Oh, that's why that is not plausible. Also, it's being built wrong. What am I doing? I am going into stairs. Alright. Excellent. We'll also have some stairs on the other side here as well. Back like that as well. So that... I can do this and put a doorway there. Which is not how. There we go. That's how I want that. Fantastic. Alright. So we're going to layer this back wall like this. This is how we're going to do that. And then so on, continuing in that kind of pattern. That will give us the best kind of support that we can get from this wall. Whoops, there's my lovely round walls. Which, honestly, I'm not the most aesthetically, minded person, I guess I'll say. So, I'm likely not going to make, like, beautiful, amazing castles unless I happen to have a crap ton of time and do it on survival mode, pretty much. Or not survival, sandbox mode. Survival mode. Cough. I am focusing a lot of my attention on this wall right now, I have to say. I probably should not be focusing this much of attention on this one wall. Oh shit, also I screwed that up, didn't I? Well, not as much, no, not really. Actually, no, I kind of did. I would hate... Well, I've already... At this point, I would say I've pretty much annihilated anyone that happens to... There we go. Stretch that. Perfect. Nice. Alright. Gonna take them forever and a half, but hey, they're getting it done. Also, I should have done this as well. What am I looking for? Door. There we go. This is like the more important thing that we should have been doing this whole time. Also, that's completely effed up. There we go. Trying as well as I can to get this where I want it. Beautiful. There we go. At least now they'll finish this one first because of that system, the way it's set up right now. Where they prioritize the most recent thing I've told them to do. I mean, it almost really sucks that they do that, but at least Right now, it's being beneficial. There we go. That way will now be completely blocked off. Well, whoopsies. That's kind of unfortunate. And I still have, like, dozens of blocks to haul here, too. If we unlocked another, we have. Spawn another worker. Welcome, my friend. I'm gonna need a hell of a lot more stockpiles. It seems like. I think what I'll probably do is I'll move these guys elsewhere. It's probably my best bet. Let's get you up here. Nope, they're not coming from there. Not this time. Probably the other side. Oh no, there they are. Ha! It's like they can't quite figure out what the hell's going on here. Let's get you over here. Go, 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 hurry. So they decided to go down the lower path and try and make it through my wall instead of actually breaching, like, right here where they had the perfect opening and chance to do so. And now they kind of spotted our guys. So they're rushing in, trying to get at them. That's a nice little animation. So we can back off here. Avoid some friendly fire. Yeah, no, definitely the biggest flaw right now is AI. Once that is dealt with, once that they've kind of worked out the bugs in that, my god, I can't even imagine. So I'm not sure how often I will do this kind of survival series at the moment here. I usually go until we die horribly, which, you know, sometimes it takes, you know, a while. Sometimes it doesn't take very long at all. It really depends. Yeah, we can't spawn another worker yet. But yeah, either way, I don't imagine I'm going to be able to do too much right now. Because once I start getting about, like, 8 to 10 workers, it's going to get so chaotic with that hauling issue. Not to mention, the pathfinding and coordination. Because one of the longest standing issues when it comes to their order system is they tend to all go for the same damn thing. Like right there, you saw that they all paused. And now they're both going to the exact same location again. Like he'll build something and then it'll pause. Yep. Because like, okay, now I'm trying to figure out what to do because this guy just built this. Like, this could be solved easily, I suppose. Well, I say easily, here I am. I have, you know, I know nothing necessarily when it comes to coding games like this. I've done some coding myself, but not nearly enough to really give a, you know, oh, that's easy kind of concrete opinion. But essentially, if you change the order system in such a way that we had a list of tasks. Now, somebody claims a task from that order. They check. Well, first they check what's available, what they have resources for, if they can make it there quickly. And there could be separate system, like there's something, an overlord in the background checking each of these. Like, what does it require? Is it accessible? And then assign it to somebody to do. And only they are going to do that job. If it gets blocked off, then it can recalculate and come up with something else. But still. That way, if they were each assigned their own individual tasks, we might not have this much freaking insanity going on here. Okay, I gotta freaking restrict this crap because it's really beginning to annoy me. Huh. It seems like the iron, of course, is used to produce the bear traps, but right now they aren't being produced into any kind of like brick. It's just kind of sucking up my stockpile. So I would say another thing would be to disable that. Like the only things that should be enabled on each stockpile necessarily would... Oh god, there goes my brain. Would be the wood and stone. That way we have less freaking problems. And then we could assign a couple specific stockpiles just for, like, iron or something. Well, of course, the one thing I could do right now to alleviate that would be simply to tell them to stop freaking picking it up. So right now what they're doing is they're constantly passing it off on each other. Because nobody wants anything to do with it because they have nowhere to store it. Because we cannot convert this shit. And now it's going to just kind of sit there. So yeah, there's definitely a couple of minor things left to tweak, but for the most part, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Especially considering this is the initial, like, release of this version. Like, I fully expected everything just to be terrible, almost. Buggy as hell. Because that usually is what happens. Anytime there's a major update, there's usually at least a couple of game-breaking bugs. I mean... To find almost none is quite the surprise. Quite the nice surprise, I should say. Alright. Let's go ahead and build some doors here. Nice. So that will keep these guys protected. I could also potentially put some bear traps in here. You know what? Let's do that, actually. Let's place some bear traps. We're going to place a whole bunch of bear traps in here to keep the enemy from getting to us. If they happen to get up here, then we got some additional bear traps to kind of stop them from getting to my arches. That will give our builders both something to do and, you know, a use for that damn iron that we've been stockpiling. So maybe now we can clear up a stockpile of that crap. We deselect that, close everything off. So I have to say, this has been a pretty good step in the right direction, but we just need to see some additional improvement overall. But still, yeah, not bad. Alright, what am I gonna do? Let's put one of you over here. One of you over here. We should see at least one large Corruptron this time around. First bear trap is, or first couple of bear traps have now been made. Let's locate the enemy. Nope, they're coming from the left this time. I'm pretty sure. Nope, they're behind me. They're all... Ha! Enemy pathfinding is still absolutely terrible, it seems. I mean, I like how they seem to... Actually, they look a little bit different. I mean, the audio is definitely different. But I think they also look a bit more rockier than they did before. Bullseye! Forward charge! Nice, they're throwing rocks again. Or at least they're trying to, but they never actually succeeded at throwing the rocks. Let's see, can I delete it? Yeah. It's like, on the plus side, I can use the delete key in combat to remove those rocks and improve my FPS. On the downside, I'm basically cheating and removing their ammunition. In a way. So it's debatable. Let's see if I can... Defend area, there we go. Let's set the radius. Huh. Except it wouldn't actually let me set the radius. Interesting. Ah. Yeah, no, that's not quite working. I'll have to make note of that. Indeed I will. Oh well. It is what it is. You guys are having a lot of problems, aren't you? Well, you know what? I know a perfect idea to fix your problems. Let's try dumping everything and assigning you fools to construction. There we go. Looking for a blueprint. Now working. Eventually. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. So they're finally getting to work. Now, at this point, what else would they really need to add here soon? That is the question. Yeah, they definitely got to fix that. I mean, it's like, what else would I really like to see added in? One of the biggest requests, of course, from people was a new variety, or additional variety of blocks for us to build with. And they have provided that. They, of course, provided some fixes with the placing of wood and so on and so forth. Yeah, this is like ridiculous now. I don't think I'm going to be able to actually do an actual serious survival series if they're going to constantly pass off the brick and while the guy runs all the way freaking back to the stockpiles. That's just, it's not going to happen. It is absolutely not going to happen. In a survival series where pretty much every second of everything, like everything you do of every second counts, having them run all the freaking way back is just unmanageable almost in a way. Well, it is manageable, it's just redonkulous. No, I don't want your damn brick. Oh! Again. So, yeah. That's really, I know, I sound like a broken record, but that's the real, you know, elephant in the room right now. Is that. With that dealt with, at the very least, it would improve, I would almost say even by half. It would improve the gameplay of this by half if they fixed that AI issue. And some of the other ones related to that. Nice, that got finally placed. How about this one here? Do I have another one here? No. Let's even this out. I don't want it looking ugly like that. Alright. Excuse me, my lord. How about what are we doing here? That one will be... Oh, you can't construct it because this guy's in the way. Also, we don't have a stairway here yet. Once the stair gets put here, then they can finally get to that. Now, hopefully they will place the first block. Like, before they were smart enough to place the lower block before the upper one. But we'll see if they actually do that now. Otherwise, they should still be able to build it from the other side here, but I'm not 100% sure. We can construct another guy, but I'm kind of like, ugh. Do I really want another one of these guys wandering around right now? Spawn an archer for me, thank you. Alright, now so far we haven't seen an issue of friendly fire. So far. We will see how long that lasts. Yeah, most of the actual build jobs around here have now been completed, so that's not too bad. Oh, what are these doing? Yeah! Good job. Good job. Improvements. Because beforehand, they would basically place the closest block, which would, in that case, have screwed me over because then I couldn't have accessed the lower block. But during the last big update, 04, they did improve that, where they would build in the proper sequence, or as well as one could hope. So you didn't have to baby them nearly as much when you went to construct a building. Because beforehand, you had to place it like one layer at a time, or they would royally fuck it up, basically. And that would, you know, be more time consuming. You couldn't plan ahead as much, and so on and so forth, and yada yada yada. So yeah. Alright, we got 40 seconds. This will be the last wave I likely do for now. You can go back to mining if you're kind of flipping out with no idea what the hell you're doing right now. Oh, you silly Bricktrons, I swear. I swear. It's like they can go inside of each other sometimes when they're going to the same objective, but the moment they're carrying a block and trying to get to a location to build something, they suddenly bump into each other. Ah, that's hilarious. That is honestly hilarious. Go over here, please. Let's see, where are they at? There they are. Let's get you over here. So he's set to defend the area. We'll see how well he does it. They aren't even going to approach. Oh, wow. Look how well he's defending the area. It's just as bad as if I told him to defend a single position. Let's delete that. Oh, shite. Instead of one, we actually have two large Bricktrons immediately in the beginning here. And they appear to be a lot stronger than they used to be. Oh, crap. He's going for the wall. Oh, insta-killed. Yeah, that's just insane. The Knights... Like, wow. There's almost no point to the Knights fighting when that happens. Like, obviously, yeah, no. That truly is the absolute elephant in the room. Which is too bad, because they've really added a lot of content to this. Oh, wow, he almost glitched through the freaking wall. Damn. Damn, son. I don't even need my slowing walls. All I need is like a half tower over here, and I'm set. And they will just bombard the crap out of these guys until they're doomed. But yeah, I find Knights to be almost completely useless. I had mentioned this not too long ago that I thought they'd gotten a bit of a health boost, but if they can't take even one hit from the big Corruptrons, then they still haven't been improved at all. Health-wise, at least. I would like to eventually be able to create like maybe a full plate armor Knight Bricktron. Something that could actually go toe-to-toe with the big one, at least for a couple of shots. But, yeah, give them like a tower shield or something. That would be badass. But, of course, make them incredibly slow in that regard. But, yeah, no, I have no idea what they're going to do with that, what they're planning. But I'm going to save this for now, even though I'm not sure if I'll actually... Let's go S1. Alright. I'm not sure if I will continue this save, if I do continue it, just because of how much they've been screwing up. Has slowed my construction considerably. Not to mention I might actually choose a slightly different design, even though this design is really effective. I might come up with something else if I can. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Regardless, though, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and... although I am not sure when the next time I'm going to be recording this will be, hopefully by then they will have a couple of bug fixes out that will deal with some of these issues here. Till next time, though, have a great one, everybody. Silver Dragon out.